Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast, where we fashion ourselves television judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-host, Mattson,
Better read than dead.
And Alec Burgess.
Let's get it.
We appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like, follow, subscribe button. Tell all your friends about us. Hit all those buttons, the bell notification, all that crap that helps you stay up with us and keep watching and do all that fun stuff.
Stay up with it. I mean, it's only 8:41 in Eastern, F Central time, but we're fine.
I love that is stuck. So as you can tell, we're having a good time. We're going to review now the House of the Dragon, episode 5. I can't even keep track.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
so much shit these days.
Yeah,
season 1, episode 5. Man, it was. This is another one that I'm full on invested. I was slow to get there.
It picked up quick in this episode.
Yeah, shit got real.
But in a different way of quick, though, because it like episode 4 had, I mean, obviously an awesome combat scene and kind of showing us some things I wanted to see in terms of the world building and action. But this was a very much a political, perilous journey and what that looks like. And man, towards the end there, I had to start Googling stuff, and Taylor did, because I was like, oh shit, stuff is going down that I didn't even know. And I knew you nerds were super excited, because I was even getting excited. I was like, there's things I don't even know and understand.
Yeah, shit got real, and it was getting into like the book stuff. So they've been kind of off. I don't want to say off book. They've been in between book commented stuff from Fire and Blood. So like, the story is very segmented in the book, like because it's like kind of a fourth party telling a third party retelling of the story. So there's a lot of detail missing. So I've been really excited this episode because we got into all sorts of craziness. You see, in the book, it's hinted at that it could have been Daemon that made sure that his wife died in the Vale. Now we know, according to TV show canon, that happened. What a dick.
But even the entire time, it almost looks like he came there for a different reason. And so even you're still kind of left to your own devices on whether you think he showed up to the Vale with the intention of killing his wife or had an opportunity and decided to take
Well, while we continue to talk bath time, I am curious why you're not enjoying them dragons as much as you thought you would. Definitely chime in, because I'm curious to hear from our common folk listeners out there what is and isn't working.
Bath time says not enjoying them House of them dragons. That's love it.
I
That's
feel
the
like
only thing that would have been better if it was DEM, some dumb American like House of them dragons. Like
we'll have to refer to it from that as now on. But there's just a lot going on in terms of just the political squalor that is building it for what we know. And we know this next preview of the next episode, there's going to be that time jump that we were kind of waiting for. Yeah. But with Viserys, like every scene in this, I was just waiting for him to drop down. I mean, granted, he did a few times, but dude, the man ain't looking good.
Yeah, and he gets looking worse. Like, I think I'm excited because I was afraid of how early they were having him get sick, but he was sickly for a good half of his reign. So it's very interesting to see that start to play out. And then in the preview, like, he looks like ass.
Yeah,
so but there's a lot of things that are going to start happening where the intrigue's just going to get crazy. You thought this episode was crazy. If they keep going, now we've seen in previews that the kids are coming into this thing, that stuff starts getting weird. You're going to see more of Daemon and his shenanigans. It's that
shenanigans
guy, the whole
is a really good word,
isn't it? Though it's one of my favorites. It's ugly.
So, first of all, Lord Corlys Velaryon, talk about balls of steel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
this dude keeps the king waiting, makes the king come to him, and then negotiate like a boss.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he just
I was loving every minute of it. So what's Viserys gonna do?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, he's got no leverage.
Yeah. He's up a creek without a paddle, and he knows it. Oh, yeah.
It was
that's
so
the best
wonderful.
part, too, is that Viserys knows it. That's why let's just get this over with.
Yeah,
let's go.
Fine, whatever.
And I love that he doesn't stay. Like, he gets all feeling shitty, and he's like, okay, that's done. Let's leave.
I absolutely love that. What did Bath Time with Vaughn say?
This is the greatest. Okay. I don't know if I'm able to read this. Okay. I don't like New Danny that much. The politics is too overt. Doctor Who doing Saving Private Ryan single-handedly, and then that boy band member in the King's Guard being a waste in every 5 minutes. That might be the greatest comment in YouTube history right there. And it's the best because it's true. Like, okay. Whew. Bad Time, you got to hit us up on an email because we got to figure out getting you on an episode, dude. Like,
yeah, he's killing the game.
Seriously. I will say this. What I'm nervous about is I actually like to, not to be contrary with Bad Time, but I actually like the actress that's playing Rhaenyra. I like her intensity. I like the way, but I'm worried about the transition because we're not going to see her again very much, if at all, after this, starting next episode. So I'm hoping, my hope is that the new actress can do it even better. I mean, and so far in the preview that I saw, it wasn't long and she wasn't in it much, but yeah, it looks like she should do some well. But man, yeah, what do you guys think about old, what's his face, Sir Kristen Cole?
He's the new Jon Snow.
Yeah, but he's not that cool, and he's kind of a dick, if I'm being honest. But yeah, he's trying to be the new Jon Snow, all honorable and shit. Go away, ratting her out to the queen.
Oh, yeah, ratting himself out to the queen.
Yeah, I mean, what an idiot! What an idiot!
Wait,
he's as dumb as Jon Snow. I'll give him that.
He had just that whole arc where I'm like, dude, you got to get over yourself. Like, he knows that people are making all kinds of decisions that put themselves in the best light. The political squalor, like, do they really care that his oath, like, no one really knows, and he's confessing? And do they really care? I mean, they know everyone's banging each other and coupling, as they call it. Like, and that's why it's just like, dude, like, why are you confessing to the queen? Like, you didn't have to. If anything, the worst case scenario is you're gonna die. So if you really don't want to die, maybe just go kill yourself, like you're gonna do at the end of this episode, and just do it and be a man. Or just like own it and move on and do your thing. And I'm curious now because I'm thinking the queen is going to use him as an ally against Rhaenyra at some point, which that part, like, I'm like, all right, like, we'll see where that goes because that's cool. But he's like a little punk ass bitch at this point. So
applause to Mattson. What a way to express that, because that's what I would say. I'm rubbing off on Mattson. I love it.
But that's what he looked like at the end.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
He's about to gut himself, and he looks, and the queen's like, did she say his name? Sir Christian. He looked at him, he's like, oh, I don't have to kill myself. Just die, you effer.
And I was like sitting there going, I was watching this going, are they really going to have him like commit seppuku? Like, really? Like, what a weird.
Yeah, it was like a Japanese. I was like, oh, he's going like Japanese style. I was like, I didn't even know they knew that was a thing, or they just influenced that. But him killing the Rhaenyra's soon-to-be husband's boyfriend, like, dude, redhead, like, dang, dude, it was not better to be red because he was dead. But I guess when Sir Christian found out that he knew his secret, I guess that was the last straw, and he's like, I'm killing somebody, like, I can't contain it. Man, that was brutal because they actually like showed like half his face like gouged out. I was like, whoo, like, you snapped a thing and they didn't do anything about it. And poor kid that had to marry Rhaenyra and his F buddy's gone.
Yeah. Bath Time had an interesting comment here. One Direction Kingsguard can literally do nothing right. I will say he bashed in that dude's face right though. Like, man, when he flipped his head and it had like, you could see the hole. Wow, it was brutal. And to Alex's point, he had another comment here, Bath Time. How you gonna stand up the king like that? Send out your gay son with his boyfriend instead of meeting them and literally get no consequences. It's true.
Summer King.
Yeah, the king's just as much of a punk ass bitch as his Kingsguard.
pussy.
Yeah.
I will say though that interaction at the party or whatever, the feast,
yeah,
I loved it because you have one guy who's been raised in like the court intrigue of politics, right? So he's throwing barbs, expecting to get barbs back, or that veiled kind of dagger in the dark type of a thing. And then on the other side, you got the commoner who's like, dude, come at me one more time, see what happens.
Yeah.
So you have a meeting of two different worlds that do not understand each other.
Yeah. Yeah, or like you can even say too, like the warrior mentality versus, the
courtier.
Exactly. Like you just don't have. There's such a different, because I'm sure Kristen Cole thought he was insulting him as opposed to saying, "Hey, welcome to the team, dude." Like he was actually being quite kind to him. He's like, "Dude, we're helping each other out." And then he beats him to an ever loving. It was that was crazy, man. Get that little kid that started mashing people up with his sword in it more. Oh, bad time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
it's beautiful.
One thing on the didn't the dresses or the green versus the other colors, did that come into play? And re-explain it to me a little, because I know it kind of did, but I wasn't sure if it was like what it was supposed to be when it happens later. That I need some clarification there.
Yeah, I think they jumped the gun on that. I'd have to go back and do some research. So I thought it was another. In fact, I thought it was a. If I remember right, and I'm just kind of going over it, I think it's Damon's next wedding. There was a party, and that's where, but they were older when she wore, I thought, and maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to go, like I said, I'll have to go check out the book again and remember, but I think because what happens is they're wearing different colors. And the reason I think they jumped the gun on that, the green dress happens at the same time that Rhaenyra is at a party and sitting at the table, and she's wearing a black dress. And that's why it becomes the greens and the blacks during the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I get why the green was there, but I think they jumped the gun early in showing her take that first step. And I don't know if it's because they want you to dislike Alicent and have her be the quote unquote like villain of the future timeline. But the truth of the matter is they're both a couple of biatches. So I mean, they're pretty shitty to each other and everyone around them. So I don't know why they would lean one way towards or another, other than the Targaryens are always wildly popular with the public. So that's my only guess, is they're trying to lean into that popularity.
But it looked like Lady Alicent clearly decided she's done with Rhaenyra, her morals, her decisions. She wants her son to be king, and her relationship with King Viserys looks to be soured because she's not on board with his succession decision, and we're going to see where that goes from here.
Yeah, it should get pretty nasty. And leave it to old Otto Hightower in his last breath is in the freaking Red Keep to get his daughter all fired up. And then, of course, have her do what Bath Time says and be proper stupid and declare war by being late with some bold fashion choices. I mean, I don't think there's a better way to explain that.
Who's that little weasel that is going around acting like Peter Baelish?
Yeah, so that is, what's the new Sir Strong, Larry, that's one of Strong, the new Hand of the King. That's one of his sons. But that's a character that they've moved into a more prominent role. Okay. I think to try to, because what it's going to end up doing is, if you noticed, the guy that went in that is, the Hand sent his big old freaking, that's the Sir Larry, that's his son, his oldest son and heir, the Strong. And the thing about him is he's kind of like this Billy Badass that just goes walking in and just starts beating the pit because he's huge in the books. Like they talk about, he's a pretty giant dude. And he and Rhaenyra kind of end up having a thing. And so more than just a thing, I'll leave that for the show to show you, but there's a connection there. But that's his little brother is what is the big, so the dude that was stomping on everybody, that's that dude's little brother. Yeah, there is. Some great quotes again for Bath Time. Here you go. I like Alicent. She's living. New Danny's a slut. I can't see her motivation beyond that for her. Not wrong. She's pissed that friggin' Rhaenyra got to just kind of sow her wild oats.
But she got back with the hello, stepdaughter.
Oh, yeah, that was dirty too.
That was petty, and I loved it.
Petty Murphy shit right there. He was the Hand of King's brother, son, actually. At the foot of the king's son. Dude, that was funny. He's like, because they both got leprosy or something. Yeah, and later on, Lara Strong in the preview doesn't look like he's doing too well either. There's a big time jump coming. I mean,
yeah,
you're talking 10 plus years if I had to guess, looking at the age of the kids. So it's a good jump.
And they still apparently haven't figured out the stepstones.
Yeah, well, even in the original trilogy, the stepstones were the stepstones, and they just were out there. Nobody gives it because Baelish, freaking Littlefinger is the first one to actually kind of tame the stepstones. That was his thing. He was the Lord of the Stepstones, or they called him the Fingers at that time.
Yeah, Littlefinger.
Yeah, well, that's because he lost a finger. But everybody's losing something in this stuff.
Well, I'm very excited for this time jump and to see all the implications in my voice crack, but it's gonna be awesome.
Sorry. Bathtub got me there. He said, what's the point of a preview if you think the king's dead and then it turns out he's not?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
They did try to end this thing on like some sort of cliffhanger with him passing out, and then we see in the preview he looks like really bad. It's like the reverse of Alien 3. Oh. Yep. Bathtime's going down as like epic listener right there, watcher, whatever. Oh, I love it. Man, I am enjoying it though. I thought it was a great show. A great episode. I think both of these episodes of both of the shows we reviewed tonight are like the ones that locked me in as a fan of the shows. Especially with House, and I think with House of the Dragon, it was the fact that we're starting to see the fruition of all of the moves that have been made in the first 4 episodes. Because they were kind of slow and they're doing a lot of setup, but we did get a lot of violence and a lot of moves, and now we're full on into the start of laying the true groundwork for this civil war. Because once Aegon's born, there's a preview out there that looks like Vhagar might be coming in one of these, because I won't say who, but there is a dragon rider on one side of this fight that does go and track down Vhagar and which is one of the original
3 dragons
of the Conquerors. Old dragon, oldest dragon alive right now. I'm hoping we get to see Vhagar. So yeah,
sweet.
And this is also Bathtime got a good point here too. Is I like Doctor Who and the Black Valerian guy a lot, and they're carrying it at the moment, and I agree. Those 2 characters are the most intriguing characters in the show right now, because Matt Smith is Matt Smith. I mean, we knew him as one of the most divisive characters in all of the Game of Thrones literature, being Daemon, especially in this time frame, was going to do well. And I don't know the actor's name who's playing Corlys Valerian, but yeah, he's dope too. Steve Toussaint is his name. But Daemon likes him young though, because I bet you can't guess who he marries second.
Lena, or whoever her name is. Yeah,
his little cousin.
I think they're cousins.
Yeah, I think they're cousins.
Cousin one time removed or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, which I'm pretty sure she can't be more than like 15 or 16 in the timeline. Maybe 17. I don't know. But yeah, there it is. Man, some twisted shit going on in these shows. And I am here for it.
That's why we watch them.
That's right. All right. Well, I think that's all we got. Any final thoughts on House of the Dragon?
I am looking forward to next week and seeing some kids kill their cousins.
Yeah.
Iron Throne.
I don't think any of them get killed right away, but one of them's going to lose an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be some messed up stuff. Yeah, the one in Dragonstone. Yep, that's Lena Valerian, the one that the king was supposed to marry. And God, would he would have saved some problems if he had.
Right?
Yeah, I am too. I'm also interested to see what they do with Hightower, with Otto Hightower. How that's going to go. But Yeah, you're gonna see some kids. That song. One of these things is not like the others. Yeah, you might be singing that song next episode when you see Rainier's kids.
Does he have Baratheon black hair?
Well, yeah, strong black hair.
Nice.
Oh, bad time. Oh no, not that one. The actual prostitute he's got on retainer in Dragonstone. Oh man, the comments just get better and better. That's fair. She's got to pop up here somewhere again. I mean, she kind of declared war on him at some point, but
yeah, she's been a little silent of late, but they showed her too much for her not to be something.
Yeah, when you saw her for a minute at the end or during the last episode, but
yeah.
I will say one thing that I'm missing from this show versus the original Game of Thrones is a character like Varys the Spider.
Oh yeah.
Right, because you have this. It's like in the original Game of Thrones, anybody's selling your secrets, and you don't know who they're selling them to. They're selling their own secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck? And so that's just like, I guess the element that I'm missing is having these, little birds, as he called them, these eyes and ears that apparently know everything that's happening in the kingdom.
Yeah.
And I'm just missing a little bit of that, and I'd like to see it. But when Kristen Cole goes and says, "Yep, that was me, my bad,"
what an idiot.
I was like, bro, don't sell those secrets for something.
Yeah, I mean, or just shut your pie hole and keep sleeping with the future queen, you moron. Yeah, he's an idiot. Jeez. I will say that you're not wrong. The Varys character was my favorite because he's this dastardly, almost evil-ish, but he's like actually very noble.
He's got morals.
Yeah, he's kind of got this moral compass that ends up screwing him over. Anyway, yeah, we haven't had that kind of character so far. We're just morally inept or stupid. Right? That's about what we have right now. I feel it misses someone like Dario the Swordman, a comedic character that adds to the lore and is pure fun. That's true. All three actors that played him during Game of Thrones.
Give him his blue hair, man.
I know, and this like trident goatee beard thing. All right, well, there it is. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Bath time, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Seriously. Hit us up on the email, hosts@whatsourverdict.com. Let's figure out getting you on an episode. I know time zones are a little screwy, but if you're in England anyway, I'm making a wild assumption there, but hit us up. Let's figure it out. And one last comment from me. Like Tyrion, Varys, etc., we're all having fun. No one's enjoying themselves in this at the moment, except for the foot of the king. Damn it. No, it's going to be his title from here on out. Foot of the king. I love it. So, hit us up. Let's get you on an episode. That should be fun. Mattson, tell everybody where they can find us if they're not watching us live with Bath Time.
Yeah, you can check us out at whatsourverdict.com to kind of see what's upcoming on our coming soon page. You can listen to us at What's Our Verdict Reviews, wherever good podcasts can be found. If you're not listening to us live right now, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook on 6 p.m. Mountain Standard, 8 p.m. Eastern, F Central Time on Mondays. We'd love to hear from you, like our MVP today, Bath Time. And then you can check in with us on social media, exclusively on TikTok and Instagram for a lot of the videos that Alec is putting up, and then Facebook as well for a lot of our live shows and things. So we appreciate y'all listening. Hit that follow, like, or subscribe button. We're excited for our Patreon to come out a little bit later as well. I know JJ's working on it, and we thank you all.
Yeah. And as Baton says, GG's. I love it. All right. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!